I'd like to welcome Vicky Lindo and Bill Brookes, who are exhibiting their show Dead Dad Book in the Burton Art Gallery. Just like to start off by saying congratulations, and can you tell me a bit about the award that you won?
Should I go first? Okay, we applied to the British Ceramics Biennial to take part in their headline exhibition called Award, which is up in Stoke-on-Trent, and we submitted the proposal to put the Dead Dad book in, which was a look at my dad's life, and we got in, which we were quite surprised about because it's quite a prestigious exhibition event, and
it's not something we've done before.
No.
That type of exhibition, that type of competition.
No, and I think it was 10. Yes, there's 10 other exhibitors. So part of the exhibition, I mean, we already felt like we won because we got selected to show the work. But part of the exhibition was that there was a prize for the judges would go around once it was set up and decide who, which project they liked the best, and they chose us, which is weird because we were
really unexpected.
Yeah.
We weren't prepared for it at all.
So congratulations, and what does the prize consist of? You won?
We won £10,000.
It was a cash prize.
A cash prize.
And to exhibit at the next biennial in 2 years' time. So we've got to put something together for that, which we're looking forward to doing.
Yeah, and we get to be judges.
And we'll be on the judges.
Yeah,
judges.
so rather than being judged, we will judge.
We will judge others. So this is a startling exhibition, and we're delighted that you're here. Can you tell us a bit about the genesis of the project and what it means to you? Because obviously it's a very personal story.
Yeah, so it all comes from me, but Bill has been an integral part of it because he is my partner in work and life. So he pretty much knows about the story about my dad anyway. So the idea originally was to have a look at my dad's story and the story of the Windrush generation, because I hadn't really put two and two together about my Jamaican father coming here in the 1960s, that he was a Windrusher, and sort of how that affected his life. I never thought about it in that way. Sort of like looking on it on an outside kind of.
I think, and it came together just at the moment when we were thinking about applying for the BCB or thinking about putting a sort of a group of work together, and it was separately. You were thinking about your sort of heritage and you were thinking about your family, weren't you? Yeah. And then in the news, obviously a lot of the news was about immigration and the Windrush and things, and those three things sort of coincidentally came together, didn't they? And we were thinking, we want to do a big project, what can we do it about? And then at the same time you were researching your dad, and then without really thinking about the Windrush connection, and then obviously that started to come up in the news, and it was those three things sort of combined, and it seemed kind of just happened, didn't it?
It was kind of like a light bulb moment of, oh my god, I'm sitting on this amazing story, which most people know about, at this time, it's in the news all the time. Why don't I just do that? And sometimes it's like, you think, oh, it's too obvious. But then you kind of, I think, all along, like, I think in our artistic practice, all the ways that we have gone, we've always felt a bit like it's too obvious to do this, but then you start to realise this is like it's coming from your heart.
It's part of your world.
Yeah,
part of your
it's
life.
part of your world. So it was quite easy.
Yeah, it's
respect.
yeah. It's often sort of start off sort of fighting against doing.
You want to make it hard for
Yeah, what you think is always sort of think that it needs to be difficult, but it doesn't need to be difficult. You just need to sort of understand where you're at and just go with it.
Was it very difficult to make such a personal story relevant to the ceramics, or did you find that quite a simple process?
Yeah, really easy. I found it really easy because it's a diary. You know, it doesn't matter what it is for me. The way that I work is I'm a surface decorator, and I illustrate and diarise things, so whatever it happens to be, then I can kind of work to that. And in a way, because it's ceramics, it makes it easier for me, because if I'm looking at a blank page, I find that quite difficult because I don't know where to start. But because it's already in process, you know, it's at a point, there's a form, there's a scale, there's areas to cover, then I'm halfway there. So it's not the beginning.
I think once you've decided what you're going to do, as soon as the decoration starts, then that takes over. It's just the process of decorating, and so it can seem, because obviously it takes a long time to say decorate one pot, but most of that time you're not thinking about the subject. It's more sort of the flow of the design, and so it's sort of there's initial thoughts of should I be doing this, or how should I be doing this. It's sort of done at the start, and then the process kind of takes over.
And this is your first gallery show, as it were. Previously, obviously, you've made work for other more commercial entities, including shops and things, and the V&A, etc. But this is the first sort of the first gallery show. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is our first solo gallery show.
And it's the first collection of work where it's all based on one theme, like this. Yeah.
So it's amazing that the first straight off the bat you won essentially you won the best in the country of those 10 submissions, which is fantastic.
Yeah, we didn't really think about it like that.
Can you tell me?
It was it's unbelievable. Yeah.
What's your relationship with the ceramics that exist in the Burton? I mean, and how do the ceramics that we have here, the collection, relate to yours? Work?
I think it just goes back to that thing of what you know and what's always been there, and stuff that you think you overlook is actually quite integral to how you sort of for me personally, how I produce stuff. So because I've spent a lot of time with the RJ Lloyd collection and kind of know it quite well, just from looking at it, that it's kind of logged in my brain bank somewhere. So it's like a design, like a whole design folder in there, which I can go into and steal ideas from. So it was easy for me to start making ceramics because I already had a lot of ideas that I wanted to have a go at, that I had sort of absorbed from the original collection.
And also you worked here for many years, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, so I worked here for 10 years as an assistant. So I know the Burton well, and I know how it works and the things in the stores and stuff like that. So it's so weird being here. Like yesterday, I had a strange moment where I was standing outside the storeroom, like that I'd done hundreds of times before, to take out work that had arrived from another artist, but we were taking out my work, and I almost felt a bit kind of choked up about it, because it's like my life is so different now, and to kind of those two sides to suddenly meet like that, it was very strange and surreal.
And I believe both of you went to school here and came to the Burton as children. Mm-hmm. Do you have any kind of memories of coming here in the early days, and maybe how it sort of sparked some of your creativity?
It's sort of. I remember coming here as a small child. I probably more remember at the outside of the building and sort of the bus journey. When you're at school, it's mostly bus journeys, isn't it? But I do remember. I definitely remember, it's been a sort of a background part of our lives, isn't it? Since since you were kids.
Yeah. Well, my
so it's been here.
Yeah, my mum's an artist, so she would exhibit in the summer exhibition. So it was normal for us to be coming with and her putting her work in, and like the excitement of did she get it in this year or not, you know. So and so we have I feel like not that I've grown up here, but I've always known it. So, and it's really weird to kind of keep coming back. It keeps drawing us back.
Well, congratulations, and I think the show looks fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.